Okay. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Good to see you guys. I have been extraordinarily busy. You can't even imagine. I have for the last, well, I'll fall asleep here at my desk, and then when I wake up, I go back to work. And there's sometimes when I don't do a lot of physical exercise besides my sprints or something, that I will have to then turn my days and my nights around, and where I'll have to. So what I did yesterday is I worked until 11 a.m. and then I slept till 5 p.m. and then I just from 5:30 p.m. yesterday until now, I've just stayed awake for the past, what is that, 27 hours. So for 27 hours straight, I did one set of sprints and I ran down to downtown Dallas. And so, today we're going to go over, a lot of people are asking me how to file a public records request. And I would absolutely love to say that, I did this all on my own. I wrote all these all by myself. But the truth is that I have help, and I have help from some of the most brilliant people, the most based people on this earth. So, I feel very fortunate that I have this opportunity to share with you guys, exactly how to lay out your public record request for the great state of Ohio, where I'll be back before the 28th. So I'll be back in about 1 week. I'll be back in Ohio in about a week. I could have said that 4 more times maybe. Well, I hear people say different things, and I just want to make sure that I address them without directly addressing them. But yeah, 100%. So now, every different state has a different kind of code. So now in the comment section here, what I did is I pinned the Ohio revised code, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is right here. This is what's going to be pinned, the Ohio revised code. It's right in the comment section down below. You guys do me a favor, hit the number 1 button. Let me know where you guys are from. I messed up. I have my mic on the far side, so I'm trying to talk into the microphone, but at the same time, it's so strange. The camera's right here, so I'm trying to talk into the mic. I wonder if it'll let me flip my orientation all the way. Will it let me do that? Nope. Nope, it won't. So anyway, this will be a little strange because I'm talking into the mic over here, but I'm trying to. So how many people here, hit the number 1 button, how many people here are from Ohio? Because what I'm going to show you guys next is, hold on 1 second here. There we go. So where are you guys from? Anybody from Ohio? Hit the number 1 button. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me just do a roll call real quick so I can understand who's in the room. And then I'm going to move right on to the exact way you write. I'm going to post this on my website, how you do a public request for information, a public information request. So that's what this is. And I'm going to go over that. Where are you guys from? From Salt Lake City? So now let's talk about that. He's from Utah, or she's from Utah. So here's how it works. In every different state, you're going to have a different set of bylaws regarding the way you get your public information request. So in the great state of Ohio, this is really going to be fun for those of you who are true constitutionalists and 100% for the Bill of Rights, and this is going to just blow your mind. And now I'm just going to jump right into it. I think we waited long enough for people to jump on. Let's get right into the Ohio revised code to get your public information request. So now there's 2 kinds right here. There's 2 kinds. There's one I'm going to mail in, and there's one I'm going to give in person, or I'm going to have a authorization of authenticity, an affidavit of authenticity. or certificate of delivery. God, there's so many terms I have to know procedural law of court. And of course, you have to learn these things. It takes time. So what I'm going to read to you guys, this is going to be the cover page of mine, but this right here, this is the most important part. And I'm going to just let you guys take a look at it. I'm going to go up nice and slow if you want to go back and come back and read this later on your own. I'm just going to go nice and slow so that people can come back and read it. I don't know if that's even going to be in focus. Ironton, Ohio. What's going on? So what this says is that, and this is directly taken from the Ohio Code. It's in the comments. Go and click on that link in the comments, and that's exactly where this came from the state of Ohio. These are their laws regarding public information. If you need to get the body cam, no matter where you live in Ohio, these are the rules. So this says, under the fundamental philosophy of the American Constitution, form of representative government that adhere to the principles that government is the servant and not the master of the people. Did you just hear that? Let me open this up, because I can make this really big right here, and I'll just zoom in. I'll make this really huge right here. I guess I should have done it on the computer the whole time, but wow, that is just that's probably the most powerful thing I think I've ever heard. Listen to what the great state of Ohio says about your right to get the body cam footage. And this is from the Ohio Code. I'm going to read it again. Under the fundamental philosophy of the American constitutional form of representative government that adheres to the principles that government is the servant and not the master of the people, it is the policy of the state that each person is entitled, unless otherwise expressly provided by law, at all times to complete information about the affairs of the government and the official acts of public officials and employees. This is regarding your rights from the great state of Ohio in the Ohio Revised Code. I'm sorry, it's in the Sunshine Act. It's in the 2022 Sunshine Manual that is in the comments here. This just gets better. Here's how strongly the constitutionalists who wrote this for the Sunshine Act 2022 handbook for the great state of Ohio, listen to what the author writes here. The people, in delegating authority, do not give their public servants the right to decide what is good for the people to know and what is not good for them to know. That's written by a government bureaucrat. Incredible. I'd like to shake your hand, ma'am or sir. I would like to shake your hand. That's incredible. The people insist on remaining informed so that they may retain control over the instruments they have created. And that very last line, that comes from the Texas Government Code Title 5, Subtitle A, Chapter 552. But remember, I'm not going to get into a constitutional conversation right now. I'm just going to continue to read this. So now, there's the first attachment. Now this is from your Ohio State Law Sunshine Manual 2022 right here. Listen to what the great state of Ohio says, how powerful your right is to get the body cam footage for whatever happened to you. In Ohio, the public records request of a public office belongs to the people, not to the government officials holding the records. Accordingly, public record laws must be liberally interpreted in favor of disclosure, and any exemptions in the law that permit certain types of records to be withheld from disclosure must be narrowly construed against the public records custodian. The public office has the burden of establishing that there's an exemption that applies. The public office fails to meet that burden if it does not prove that the required records fall squarely within the valid exemption. The Ohio State Supreme Court has stated that it is in enumerating very narrow, specific exceptions to the public competing public policy act. Forgive me, I'm sorry, the light, I can't see very well. I'm trying to read it. As you guys know, my eyes are not the best. And so the General Assembly has already weighed the balance that competing public policy considerations between the public's right to know and its state agencies make decisions and the potential harm, inconvenience, or burden imposed on the agency by disclosure. And I just want you guys to read it. You could take a screenshot of that. It is absolutely incredible what this says. So if you need to get the body cam footage, or you need to get public records, or you want to get anything, emails, you can get anything you want, and you have the right to get it. So this is the second page. This is the attachment for my request for the body cam footage for my arrest that I'll be filing with the court tomorrow. So now this is dated April 19th, 2021. And my address is still on here, and I think I grabbed a marker. This is actually not my address. It's a friend's address in Ironton, so I'm just going to cross off their address so I don't publicize their address. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scan this over the page so that you got over the camera so that you guys can see exactly. I can definitely tell that I've been awake for 27 hours because my motor skills aren't that good, but I really wanted to come on here because there was a couple people all over Ohio, not in Ironton, who wanted this information of how to file their own public records request. So I'm just going to scan this over the page so you guys can come back and read it later. Yeah, I'm actually super tired, but I'm dedicated to this, to making sure that you have the tools and the knowledge to fight back, to get the body cam footage. The state of Ohio is on your side to get the body cam footage. You just have to file the proper paperwork. So now this is going to say the public information request is being made to your office, department, or agency specific to the Ohio Public Records Act and the Ohio Revised Code. Be advised that the request should be liberally construed in favor of granting a request for information. See attachment 1 that I just read to you a moment ago. In accordance with this act, I'm requesting to personally review and make copies of the requested records in person during the normal business hours of your office. I intend on viewing these records on 4/21/22. The records I am requesting are as follows, and you want to be as specific as you can be. And this has 3 different specific things that we're requesting here. So you take a screenshot of that later or pause the video and read it yourself. And so what this says is 1, a copy of the certificate or other proof of training for the Lawrence County Sheriff and or his designees. I'm exhausted. On the Ohio Public Record Act. 2, all video, body cam, and otherwise relating to his arrest and his processing and stay at the Lawrence County Jail on 3/29/22. In other words, I want the footage that was in the jail. They shot a camera at me. I want that footage. I want to see, they recorded the entire thing. So I want to see that footage. Every step of it. And then 3, the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office Deputy Policy and Procedures Manual. So the reason why we're requesting the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office Deputy Policy and Procedure Manual is because if it's a practice and policy for them to collect Social Security numbers, that's against the law. It really is. And I'm telling you the truth. So if the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office chooses to withhold information from me, you must provide the statutory grounds for why you are doing so in writing. This writing must State the Ohio Revised Code exceptions to disclosure that your office or agency believes are applicable. Thank you for your time and your most expedient response. And then my name, my address, my email, and then along the bottom, what I'm doing. That's all me. So now the other one that you're going to see, this one is going to be about mailing it in. And so what you're going to do on this one is you're going to have just a little variation. Along the bottom down here, you're going to have a mail-in. We see what it says here? I have attached a money order for $5 for you to mail me back the stuff that I want. And that's the variation you're going to have. A copy of a certificate, the exact same thing, all the video body cam relating to my arrest on this date, and the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office Deputy's Policy and Procedures Manual. And those are all completely free. I mean, you have to pay for processing nonsense, which is just garbage, which I'm going to change with transparency when I lay that out. It's probably coming this weekend, but just there's so much. You have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea how much work. Yeah, this is it's a good thing we don't stop. It's a good thing that I was born to do this. It's a good thing, because while I may have been awake now for 27 or 28 hours, however many hours I've been awake, and I'm exhausted and my words aren't working and my dexterity is a little weak, I'm going to sleep for 10 hours and I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to crush it, because we're one step ahead of everything else. So we don't stop under any circumstances. This was my one night every month and a half or so where my cycle gets so fugly that I have to pull an all-nighter to be able to get back in cycle. It's really a tough one, though. You can see how tired I am. I'm absolutely exhausted. So, yo, what's going on? How you doing, Tim? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. How's everybody doing? How you guys doing? I'm so sorry. I didn't even address everybody. I just was on a mission to get these explained. I will get these up on the website. I'll scrub my address. I'll put your address here, your name. I'll get these up on the website, because so many people, you need to put in a public information request. And then if they don't follow up, so just so you know, if they don't answer that, then we sue them immediately. There's no delay. They have 3 or 4 days. If they don't respond, you file a lawsuit. That's how it works. Just like, and then there's just one more thing I want to go over. Listen, when you guys see a cop, you film the cop. The moment a cop comes on the scene, you film the cop. Okay? I want... You guys saw what I posted in community. That guy saw Blankenship and those guys do those things, and he didn't have his phone in his hand. When you see a cop, you film a cop. You got it? Like, the cop walks in 7-Eleven, you film. When you see a police officer, you film him. I'm trying to color within the lines because I'm just so exhausted. But this was my last thing. I was just going to do this, and then I'm going to go to bed. Yes, there's an exhibit here. Do you want to see it again? I'm so sorry. I'm just tired, and I'm malfunctioning a little bit. I can feel that I'm shaky. It's weird. It's like being in my 20s in Vegas on a Sunday. You're just like a little shaky because you went too hard Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday you're trying to get your head pulled back together. Yeah, you want to read the attachment first, and the attachment is really the teeth of this. And this is from the Ohio Revised Code and from the Ohio Sunshine Laws Manual 2022. And so I'll just try to make it with my shaky hands. And then this is my... So this is if you're in person. The other one is if you're mailing. I just don't have the other one crossed off, so I'll just show you this one. And then you guys will have a basis at least. You'll be able to copy this and send in your public information requests. And in your state, whether it be Louisiana, New Jersey, Ohio, Nebraska, New Hampshire, it doesn't matter where you live, you have the exact same thing. You have a New Hampshire revised code, or you have a Texas revised code. You have something in your laws that hopefully say something even remotely close. And then there's this one more here. This was your attachment. So I'm going to have an attachment right there. I'll put it there. And then my header on the bottom with my name on it. And the date of the incurrence. You see, it's not that complicated when you really look at it and you break it down. On the header, on the footer of all of them is my information. So if they lose any of the things, they can always put it back together because it always has my information along the bottom. And my incident date down here. You see? So yeah. Listen, I typically would have a lot more for you guys, but I'm absolutely exhausted and I've got to go to sleep. I'm so super tired. I got to go to bed. I'm not functioning anymore very well. I can't believe I came on live in front of a couple hundred people because I literally feel like I'm kind of drunk or something. I'm just tired. So I appreciate you guys coming. Hopefully you guys learned something. Please share this with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like, share, comment. When I leave here, do me a favor. On this video specifically, put down in the comments that this is how you file a public information request. Just inundate the comments with this is how you file a public information request. And show people. I mean, even though it's rough and I'm not at my best, the literature's sound because someone else wrote it. I scrubbed through the Ohio Code, and he scrubbed through the Ohio Code. We both scrubbed through the Sunshine 2022 manual, and then we found the right stuff in there that is already written by the government in regards to what your rights are to have public information. And then we put together a document so that you could copy it. So you would be able to get your information yourself. Okay, so cool. Oh yeah, I'm coming back. I can't wait to get back. I miss Ohio already. I can't wait to get back. I'm excited to go up to Cleveland and see the Lake Erie. I haven't been up there, and I don't think I've ever been to Lake Erie. So I can't wait to go up there and see Lake Erie. That's going to be exciting. I'm going to do that this summer. I think we're going to have a big barbecue in Ironton in a park on the 4th of July. I got several people who have been supporters of mine for a very long time, since last year, who are contacting me and saying that they want to do something on 4th of July for the town of Ironton, and I think it would be a great idea. I think it would be an excellent idea, so I'm still thinking about that too. Anyway. All right, listen, I'm going to get the flock out of here. I'm exhausted. I need to eat some food and then go to bed. Nothing but love for you guys, man. Thank you so much. And just remember, and when I leave here, you repeat it 1,000 times until your tongue is blistered. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. Under any circumstances, under any conditions, I don't care how tired I am, I can man up. I get 10 hours of sleep, and I'll be right as rain in the morning because we don't stop. There's a mission here to change the system, and we're going to change it. I give you my word. Or I failed, and I'm not going to fail. So listen, thanks again, guys. I appreciate you coming by. I will see you guys on the next one. Later, Gator.